promised we'd be back, and we are. We're here for another Collective Conversations with Paige, and we're starting it off with a bang with Diane Wolf from the Lobster Shanty. So, for the people that live under a rock and don't know what the Lobster Shanty is, and why you're closed right now, can you fill them in?
We are seasonal because we have a seasonal liquor license. I think we are the only place in Salem that has a seasonal liquor license. We cannot serve alcohol between January 15th and April 1st, so we close. Take a break, paint, whatever. But open days soon enough, I know.
April 1st. And how would you describe the Shanty to people?
I would say it's a dive bar, I guess. Dive bar where the food's better would be my quick summary. Lots of outdoor seating, place to relax and be yourself.
You guys have been a member of the collective for an extensive period of time, back in its first iteration as Creative Salem, and now in its collective consciousness, the cloud of creatives.
We are part of the collective.
We are part of the collective. It's like the Illuminati for creatives.
Yeah.
Explain to us how the Shanty fits into that whole mold and what works for you in that sense.
I mean, I feel like, well, it's culinary arts is arts, but being right on Artist Row, I feel like we've always wanted to reach out to the arts community. And because in a previous life I was a photographer, my husband is an illustrator, a RISD grad, that being part of the art scene has always been our jam, and so it's a natural fit.
Yeah. You have a background in photography.
I do. Photography was my first love. I went to photography school, New England School of Photography in Boston in the 80s, and wound up working in photo finishing for a really awesome photo lab called Zona in Cambridge, and then moved to Somerville. We worked for some really high-end clients, Annie Leibovitz, Rosie Purcell, I can't think of it. Kathy Tarantola, who works at the PBS Museum, was one of our clients.
Hi, Kathy. Love you, Kathy.
And the thing I loved about photography was working with my hands, with chemistry, and just the creative process of taking something and turning it into something else. And but somehow when digital photography came along, I kind of didn't really embrace that as early as I should.
Magic.
Yeah. And
so then how did
see the photo lab was going to close, and so I chose to go to culinary school.
Just on a whim?
Well, I was already cooking, so so I worked at the photo lab full time, and I went to Johnson & Wales University at night and on the weekends. I commuted from Salem to Providence for college at the age of 34 because I'm bonkers.
Some say bonkers, some say dedicated.
And then I wound up working at the Cambridge Brewing Company, which is where I met Lee. But we had kind of always wanted to do our own thing, and I think that the Shanty was the inevitable outcome of that. And I think all the highfalutin ideas that I had for my dream restaurant are nothing compared to how awesome this is. So
that was great. Oh, that's a sales moment right there.
You know, really.
This is why you come here, people.
Cheers.
Yeah. How many years running now?
We have owned it. This is our 12th season, but the Shanty has actually been here on Artist Row and then Salem Marketplace before that since 1979, since Jimmy Carter was president.
No joke.
No joke.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You obviously have not owned the lovely Shanty since the 70s.
No.
You acquired it in 2007.
Correct.
Or purchased it in 2007.
Yes.
Was that your brainchild? Were you like, this is the spot that I want?
I've always sort of been an entrepreneur. My mom will tell you that I used to steal her soap and sell it door to door because I wanted to make money as a kid. But genuinely, Lee and I fell in love with Salem when we moved here. We wanted to open a place, and we wrote a business plan using the awesome Enterprise Center at Salem State, and we were shopping around looking for locations, and we were getting so disheartened. There were so many places that needed an expensive build out that we couldn't afford. And we would always come back here afterwards and just like drown our sorrows and hang out with our dogs in the patio. And be like, man, we should find a place we can afford. And the guys who owned it at the time were like, well, we're selling it. Like, whoop, please. So that's how it started happening.
Wow.
And we were eager to go.
What a chance.
Yeah. I know. So I took that business plan and hucked it out the window and bought the Shanty. Yeah.
Seems to have worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, the other business plan was a place called the Wicked Howl Cafe, because going there would have been a wicked howl. But, Shanty's way better.
Shanty's way better.
Yes.
Industry, and I know that especially back of house kitchen can be tough for a woman to work in.
Absolutely.
And then, let alone you own the business on top of it.
I can't tell you how many times like a delivery guy or a vendor has come into the kitchen, see me in my chef whites, and asked to talk to the chef. And I was like,
that's me.
But I mean, this industry is really tough from a human resources point of view. Like just the sexism and just like blatant grossness of people's behavior. That it's been kind of hard, and I don't know. I think it's probably made me a tougher person. Maybe how my dad was in the Navy, and so I'm used to all the dirty talk. But yeah,
I'll just kind of like walk it out and move on.
And, I mean, I guess I come from sort of raunchy, hardy stock that I never would get offended. I get more offended on behalf of my employees. Like if somebody says something to one of the servers that's inappropriate, that's why they call me Mama Bear, because I get ticked off. Like if you say it to me, I don't care, whatever.
You can handle it.
Right, but I get super protective when people, especially when there's alcohol involved, people's inhibitions are down, and they'll say inappropriate stuff. But I'd like to think the Shanty has a reputation for really taking care of each other and looking out for female customers, making sure they feel safe and welcome, and that dudes at the bar aren't being inappropriate.
No, your staff
totally.
I've seen your staff take care of people before. It's a good crew, and it just seems like you've instilled this kind of method in them too.
If it is my feminist approach that it just kind of became a natural thing that we will boot you out for being inappropriate. I have a friend who is a cross-dresser, and he came in here right when we first bought the place, and he got a lot of static from some of the old-time regulars, and we gave him what, and after a while they became friends, and it all worked out.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a regular dude. He's just in a dress, and he looked way better in a dress than I ever.
Welcome to Salem. We have rainbow crosswalks.
Yeah,
that's what I like to tell people.
Yeah,
but
it's I hope we've made it a safe, welcoming place for everybody. Bikers and cross-dressers alike. Yeah. Actually, that's better. That's what makes this Shanty awesome.
I know.
It's just like you never know what you're gonna find at the bar. But
that's why I said at the bar.
Yeah.
What's in store? Shanty's newest season. New menu, food,
feeling
chef.
really good this year. We got a new carpet, which I know you can't see it, but the old one was pretty ruddy.
It's real pretty.
We have some new guys in the kitchen, and I'm bringing back some menu favorites. I'm going to try to bring back the pan-seared mozzarella, which we make in-house. The cioppino, the fisherman's stew. Pizzas, baby. We want to do a taco of the day. Who doesn't love tacos?
Everybody loves tacos.
What else are we going to do? The steak tips are going to continue to be awesome. The lobster. We're adding one more variety of the perfect storm. We're calling it the Category 5. It's a devastating storm.
It's gonna wreck you.
It is gonna wreck you. Yeah, it is. So you can only have one.
What's your favorite thing on the menu?
Oh, what? That's like picking my favorite child. What do I eat the most? Oh no, that would be embarrassing. I'm actually a big fan of our pulled pork. It's just simple and awesome, and I tend to stir it into the mac and cheese. Ooh.
I think you'd cry if you find out what mine was.
Well, what's yours? Is it corn dog?
It's a corn dog.
I knew it. I put those on as a joke, and people love them.
I used to come for a corn dog and a Bud Light every Sunday.
Oh.
So it was like that was the lunch of champions for a while, which is like
sweet and meat on a stick.
Sweet and meat on a stick. But
the big fish is my wedding. When I feel like I need something healthy, big fish, spinach bacon.
When I feel like I need something healthy, I will go for like
maybe don't go to Lobster Shanty.
Fried pickles. I mean, that's like a vegetable, right?
It's a vegetable.
It works.
Don't get those from Maitland. They're amazing.
Shout out to Maitland. They do have
Maitland. You know what?
pickles.
Maitland makes our coleslaw just for us.
They?
Like they make pickled coleslaw that is literally labeled Shanty slaw.
Salem helping Salem.
Yeah, some radishes in there. It's good.
This is making me real hungry. We are getting so pro right now. We have visual aids.
Okay. So we are going before the design review board on Wednesday to ask permission to get awning over our deck. It'll be a 3-season.
What twist?
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Fingers crossed.
They're nice people.
That's fun. Because then on a day like today, when it's raining,
there are heaters
and
out there
gross.
already. They're but no, the deck gets slippery, and so we don't seat it on misty days. So now we will be able to. Yeah. No more umbrella lugging. Yeah. I'm excited for it.
This is actually a fun fact because as much as I frequent the Shanty, I have never been to the Shanty Prom, and I've always wanted to go. Do I have the chance this year? What's the Shanty Prom? Do we get a little sneak peek?
We are still trying to come up with a theme for this year's prom. All suggestions are welcome.
Great.
As long as
I'm
they're not
ready.
weird. No, I mean, we did, what did we do? Under the Sea.
Yeah.
We did a
You did a Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
You did a luau one, didn't you?
Did we? We did like the whole. Yeah, we did. We did a Las Vegas one. That was fun.
You do have Elvis.
Yes. I used to have a pink Cadillac. I really did. It was beautiful. Giant fins. I miss that car so much.
And then, other than the prom, though, you guys have ongoing events. You do trivia.
So trivia every Tuesday with my beloved husband as our trivia jockey. Yeah. He's everywhere. We have live music Friday and Saturday, pretty much all year. Friday night is our house band, Vane. We love them. I think this is going to be their 11th season with us. And then in season, when it's busy, when the farmers market starts, we'll do music right when the market ends at 7 on Thursdays. And then Sunday afternoon is kind of our fun, relaxed vibe where we have like a bigger band, and that's 3 to 7. So it's like an afternoon thing. That's when they get sunburns. But we actually, our April entertainment schedule is already done. We, because we're such a kind of fun, relaxed place to play, musicians have been asking us already.
Look at that hot ticket.
Yeah. We have a fun group of people that play here. It's always a good time.
It is.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience.
Yes.
So we were on, just because Compost Guy was here,
Yes.
about you guys compost and recycle and do this stuff that other restaurants don't have a tendency to do.
We started composting, I want to say, back in like 08, 09, like a long time ago.
Before Saving the Earth was hip.
It's always been hip. But we started doing it, and we found out that actually I could get my dumpster empty just once a week instead of twice or 3 times. Like, so it wound up being less expensive. It was better for the planet. I felt better about what we did every day because restaurants generate such a huge amount of organic waste. It's crazy. And then we found sources for compostable straws, silverware, to-go containers, the little cups we put our salad dressing in. All that stuff is compostable.
One of my favorite things is watching Finn or Lee sit here and take the wrappers off the compostable straws.
We finally found some that are unwrapped, so we're doing that now. And we just got a new product. I just ordered them yesterday. Hay straws. Straws made of actual hay. They're gluten-free, but they're with the original word straw.
Yeah.
But cocktail straws, like no one makes compostable the little cocktail straws. So now we have hay straws. But we're pretty much, all of our takeout stuff is now compostable, even the silverware, all of it. And somebody asked me, why are we giving to-go stuff that's compostable if people aren't composting at home? And at least it's not going to wind up somewhere up turtle's nose. Like, even if it goes into the dump, it's going to decompose. So I feel like I'd rather put all that out into the world than, it does cost us a little more, but I think it's worth it.
Long term.
Yeah, and also I can look myself in the mirror and not feel like I'm doing horrible things to the planet for my own financial gain. Like, I don't feel bad about that. So I'm pretty proud of it. And also, these guys have been, the whole staff has been awesome about actually following through and recycling everything and composting everything.
Way to go, guys. I mean, this was a good one.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Fun.
I know, I had fun. But yeah, thank you, Diane.
My pleasure.
And of course, we'll be back. We'll get another one of these in the pipeline. But this has been Collective Conversations with Paige, Diane at the Shanty. Make sure you guys come for the opening on April 1st. The Shanty is back,